Okay, I got to go. I've got people here. Yeah, I've got people here. I'm taking a meeting. They're filming a documentary about the movie. All right. Bye.
For this particular shot, we need to really hit home the fact that he's eating a pickle and figuring everything out. So,
The genesis of the movie began when I read the script to Mr. Broyles, the producer.
When she finished, I looked hard into her face and I said, "How soon can we have this ready for Sundance?"
Man, upon taking a bite of a pickle, figures everything out. It's a biblical metaphor representing knowledge and freedom.
Once we decided on the title, we began pre-production.
Which brings us to my perfect script. It was originally conceived as a typical 3-act, minus 2. Pretty clever, eh?
Without me, you have nothing. I direct with realism, 100% concentrated realism, with real people in real locations, dealing with real situations.
With this caliber of talent ready to film, I promptly opened my checkbook.
Character was envisioned a female, a sort of Eve, you know, from the Garden of Eden. But I can see now why everybody wanted that changed.
Yeah, we had over 3,000 actors in this cattle call. It was tough. We had a hard decision to make.
We chose Ben Henry Hosford based on his wily charms. He met our strict criteria that we had in mind for the character.
Currently, I'm cruising the festival circuit. I'm actually in 5 different films right now.
He's what you call a hot item.
Paid top dollar.
It's widely known that location plays a pivotal role in the look, feel, and overall outcome of a movie. There was much discussion as to where the location should be.
Keeping with the biblical context, my story centered around a large tree. The tree of knowledge, get it?
We discovered the ideal spot a few counties over, a place called Dusty Meadows. It's very scenic.
I was assigned to search every thrift store if needed to find the perfect outfit for our film's protagonist.
During pre-production, I was busy writing the sequel, Hold the Pickle. And as filming drew near, Larry called me and said, "Can you be available for on-set script enhancements?" And I said, "Sure. Where's my Greyhound ticket?"
The cast and crew were to be roomed at the Rosewater Motel. It's a mere 20 minutes away from the shoot.
Well, they had a pool, so it was well worth it.
A rumor began circulating shortly before filming that some saw this akin to charity work.
Hey, I don't mind doing charity work, as long as I get paid for it.
The script can only help so far because once you're on the set, unseen obstacles are bound to arise.
The first day shoot was thwarted by the landowner who claimed we had no right to film without a permit.
I offered him an associate producer credit, which was flatly refused.
I came up with a particular shot that would be more effective elsewhere, so the location change really worked out for the best.
Ben Henry had gained severe weight since the initial costume fitting.
He'd just gotten over a bout of depression.
The script called for a pickle, so I provided one from Craft Services.
But when viewed through the camera, the pickle appeared to be extremely bland and without zest.
Dozens of jars were purchased, but none would suffice.
No! No! Like this, you bring it back!
They came to me and said, "Bort, we need a big juicy pickle that looks better than the real thing." And I told them, "No problem. My people have it by Thursday."
For 3 days, production was shut down while we waited. Consider what this does to a budget. Motels don't come cheap, and as we were soon to find out, neither do constructed pickles, inflatable floats, working girls, water guns, snacky cakes, chew toys, inflatable pillows, bubble gum, mineral water, Dr. Scholl's foot powder, medicated creams, trips to the clinic.
Postponement was invaluable. It gave me a chance to fine-tune my script.
I spent most of my time in the lounge, tossing back with the director. I came up with a lot of good ideas for my character, one of which the director really liked and used in the movie.
As for myself, it is familiar surroundings. Just have fun, you know what I mean?
Over nightcaps, Ben Henry promised that if this film did well, he'd consider working with me again.
To unwind, me and the boys were regulars at this place called the Licorice Whip.
Which is where Leroy, our hairdresser, was discovered.
Lord knows I could use the extra income.
Just as I was beginning to fear this production was turning into a full-fledged party, the pickle was delivered and filming was allowed to proceed.
Shooting took place over 4 days, 16-hour days, you know what I mean? Hard work, dedication, baby, you know?
Half the crew was stumbling around with bloodshot eyes. You'd think they were up all night drinking.
As for myself, I was never affected with fatigue. It must have been the film geek adrenaline flowing through my veins.
Due to a certain someone's eating disorder, I had to constantly replenish the food supply.
When a director has such a precise vision, filming goes very slowly.
Felix is a true actor's director. I was able to transform into the real essence of the character.
It's true. I am a genius. The American Stanley Kubrick, if you will.
As soon as we were done filming, I popped the champagne cork and the party was on.
I came aboard the next day. It was my job, with an expert eye, to weed through the hours and hours of footage that produced the movie that it would become.
The director wanted a very minimal approach to the music. Not so much melody, but more of an ambient, atmospheric sound. And he wanted a lot of it.
Sadly, we opted not to use the score, though it can still be heard over the end credits.
I was very proud of the final cut and had seen it numerous times, but only after its premiere, when the entire staff got up and applauded, did I realize how great and powerful it actually was.
It was the most amazing thing to see the script I had diligently worked on for over 1.5 years materialize before my very eyes.
Looking over the cutting room floor, I'm reminded of so many things, namely laughs, the good times shared.
I was a bit pissed to see one of my more dazzling performances cut. I'm much better in the final storage space.
Our staff is staying busy into all hours of the night, feverishly searching for festival entries.
After another group readies the tapes for shipping, my personal assistant hand-delivers them to the post office. There, in a makeshift tent, she patiently waits until the letters of acceptance come rolling in.
They're going to be the next Blair Witch.
I'm Felix Pichardo, and I'm proud to present to you for the first time only, Man upon taking a bite of a pickle figures everything out.